Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever just stopped and wondered, what does it really take to be successful? Well, today we're cutting through all the noise. We are going to distill the essential, research-backed secrets to success into one clear, actionable explainer. All right, let's get right into it. I mean, it's the big question, isn't it? You look at successful people, and it's so easy to think they've got some kind of magic formula, some secret gift that just sets them apart from everyone else. But is that really what's going on? For the longest time, we've all kind of bought into this myth that success is all about your IQ. You're either born a genius or you're not. The idea that the smartest people in the room are just destined to win. But what if I told you that's just not what the science says? That's right, the research totally flips this old idea on its head. When you look at the work of psychologists like Anders Ericsson and Angela Duckworth, who studied everyone from world-class athletes to West Point cadets, the best predictor of success was never raw intelligence. It was grit and consistent effort. In fact, get this, they found that sometimes a lower IQ was actually an advantage because it forced people to work harder, while the ones who could just coast on their natural talent often got left behind. So this leads us to this huge shift in how we should be thinking about success. It's time we focus less on IQ and way more on what we can call PQ, or people intelligence. This is your ability to understand people, to connect with them, and to influence them. And trust me, it is a total game changer. Just let that number sink in for a second. 85%. That's not just a small piece of the pie. Research from the Carnegie Foundation suggests it's pretty much the whole shebang. Your ability to communicate, to really connect, to understand other people, that's where the real power is. Okay, so before we can even talk about how to achieve success, we have to do something absolutely crucial. We have to define what it actually means to you. See, success isn't some one-size-fits-all thing. It is a deeply, deeply personal journey. So what's your metric? Is it about how happy you feel day to day, how much money is in your bank account, or maybe it's the influence you have on your community? I mean, the founder of Wikipedia, for example, built a nonprofit. That was his definition. You have to know your own North Star before you can even think about starting the journey. All right, so once you know your destination, the real work can begin. And pillar number one, it's all an inside job. It starts with mastering your own mind. And here comes the tough part. Maybe the toughest part of all, recognizing that you are where you are right now because of the choices you've made. It is so tempting to blame our circumstances or other people, but that's just a trap that keeps you stuck. The moment you take 100% ownership, that is the moment you reclaim your power to write a whole new story. And you know what fuels that ownership? It's something called a growth mindset. This is the core belief that your abilities aren't set in stone. A setback isn't a final judgment on you. It's just feedback. A failure isn't a dead end. It's a lesson. This simple shift in how you see things is what lets you keep going when it gets tough. This quote from Joshua Friedman just nails the heart of a growth mindset. True optimism isn't just, blind hope. It's the active belief that there is always a path forward, even if you can't see it yet. It's the discipline of looking for possibilities where everyone else just sees a dead end. So, you've got your mindset dialed in. Now what? Well, now we move to pillar 2, building your external blueprint. Because let's be honest, a vision without a concrete plan is just a dream. And the absolute best way to build this blueprint is by using SMART goals. Don't just say, I want a promotion. Be specific. Which exact role? Don't just say, I want to learn new skills. Identify which 3 you'll focus on and how you'll measure your progress. This framework turns those vague ambitions into a clear, actionable checklist. Now, a huge part of your blueprint is mastering focus, and it's really a two-sided coin. On one side, you have to be ready to say yes to those amazing opportunities, even if you're not 100% sure how you'll pull it off. You learn as you go. But just as importantly, you have to get really good at saying no to everything else. Real success comes from focusing all your energy on the 2 or 3 things that truly matter. All right, mindset? Check. Blueprint? Check. Now for the final, and honestly, the most critical piece of the puzzle, taking consistent, deliberate action. This is where the magic happens. You've probably heard of Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000-hour rule. The whole idea is that mastery isn't some gift you're born with, it's earned. The world's top performers, they aren't born that way. They're made through thousands of hours of dedicated, focused practice. There are no shortcuts. But here is where it gets really, really interesting. The relationship between the effort you put in and the results you get out, it's not one-to-one. Success follows what scientists call a power law. This means it's not a straight line, it's an exponential curve. I mean, think about it. Usain Bolt isn't twice as fast as an average sprinter, but his rewards are thousands of times greater. That little bit of extra effort, spending an extra 15 minutes a day studying your craft, making one extra phone call, it doesn't just give you slightly better results. Over time, it gives you exponentially better results.
But all this action, all this effort, you can't sustain it in a vacuum. And that brings us right back full circle to the power of PQ, our people intelligence. This old proverb just says it all. Long-term sustainable success, it's a team sport.
So what does that look like in real life? It means you have to intentionally build your network. Go find a mentor who can help you see around corners and avoid common mistakes. Foster real, meaningful connections with your colleagues. They're your support system. Actively ask for feedback, not for praise, but to find your blind spots. And always, always remember to help others up along the way. That's how you build a network that truly lasts. So, the real secret? It isn't much of a secret at all. It's about mindset. It's about having a blueprint. And it's about taking that little bit of extra action, all fueled by the people around you. The pen is in your hand. So the only real question left is, what's that one small extra action you're going to take today to start bending that curve in your favor?